get us started. And off we go from Sports Authority Field. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They keep it with Miller on first down. Always got some breathing room. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 63 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything, just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 5 yards to go. From the gun on third, Simeon. Sanders has it over the middle. Sanders, the former SMU product, had 79 catches last year, over 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. They're going to need more of him in Denver if they want to get back into the playoffs.
Part of a great tandem, he and Demaryius Thomas, and Demaryius plays out wide. He's one of those guys that you send him out there and let him work one-on-one and use his big body and his big frame to get open. Manuel Sanders, he has the ability to work inside as well. And he's not just quick, he's also fast, and he's dependable for a quarterback because a lot of the routes he runs are right in the sight line. Easy throws for a QB.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Simeon on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
Here we go now.
2nd and 10, Simeon again. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Again, Anderson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
All right, here we go. No, check, Patriot. No, check, Patriot.
They pitch it out to Anderson, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
They'll try the air now with Simeon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the run.
Off the fake to Booker and Simeon. Finding time. Going to try a deep ball for Norwood. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. A first down carry now for Miller. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. So it'll be first down here after the run. Miller, the lone setback. Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. He's got time in the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And yes, that is something Von Miller does very well. 13.5 sacks last year, second in the league, and was right in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Again.
And
if he plays full seasons or nearly full seasons, he'll be in that running for the rest of his career. I love his ability to bend coming around the corner, and sometimes we don't talk about that enough. His ability to have the best leverage, get lower than the offensive tackle, yet still running at full speed and wrapping his way around the corner and getting to the quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still third and long.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Osweiler, it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded at the 33. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And hauled in here by Jordan Norwood. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll give the Broncos a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
Second down now after the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Simeon trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
After the interception, here's Osweiler. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 2nd and 10 now. Osweiler. Right side caught Fedorowicz. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. First and goal here from the 9. A handoff running left is Miller. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Osweiler. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. First down, Simeon. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Left side here to Sanders. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Fresh set of downs here.
Check.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a first down throw, Simeon. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
If they get the young quarterback going and that defense continues to live up to expectations, they can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. Third down now following the completed pass.
Come on, boys, come on. Here we go now.
Simeon on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They are going to go with Simeon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And a great spot to start this drive from here. This is Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Von Miller in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. Time running out here on the play clock. They snap it at 1. Now it's Osweiler. And he fires one that's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well.
39! Detroit! Detroit!
After the interception, here's Simeon surveying the field. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd and 10, Simeon. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that. because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll run with Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they'll give Miller another crack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And 4th down coming up. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run. It's Miller. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. From the end zone, Simeon. And he's going to go down for A fourth time today, and this time the result is a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Tenth carry now for Lamar Miller. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Now it's Osweiler. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 57 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On first down, Simeon. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hurry up, here we go. Gun.
On first down, it's Simeon. And caught right side, Green. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back to the air, Simeon on second down. Completes it to Norwood. 11 yards for number 11. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Second down, just 1 yard to go. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go now.
A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end is going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. Simeon wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders from 13 yards out. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Miller, the lone setback. Osweiler's going to throw it. He's going to air one out. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They go play action here on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Simeon on third down. He's got his man here. It's Green. 20. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Now let's go. Green.
From the red zone now, Simeon. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to the air, Simeon on second down. Norwood's got it, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Detroit.
Simeon throwing again. That's caught. It's Thomas. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Detroit. Hurry up. Here we go.
Desperation time for Simeon on 4th. It's caught. He finds Norwood. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up. Here we go.
Again, Simeon. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
This will be the 9th play on this drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Throwing again is Simeon. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Now Simeon on 3rd and goal. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, now 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And McManus able to put it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Osweiler's going to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Miller, the lone setback. On 2nd down, Osweiler. He's got time. Under pressure, they got him again. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. Third and long, it's Osweiler. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins finishing strong with 3 fourth quarter.